Homework is hard. Homework with autism is even harder. Hi, welcome to Autism and Us. This week we are talking about homework. Sean came home from school with a unexpected homework assignment. If there's something he doesn't finish in class, then it becomes homework. So as you can imagine, for a child on the spectrum who already has some trouble focusing and some trouble getting things, tasks initiated and completed at school, that affects, how much then homework he has to do as well. His assignment, though, was a writing assignment, which is already kind of not one of his favorite things to do. And this is the day that we had hockey practice. So we already have a shortened amount of time in order to accomplish the other work that he needed to do. So on top of regular everyday spelling assignment, homework that he has to do, we have this writing assignment. So as soon as I saw that, I kind of tried to take a deep breath and think, okay, I know this is probably going to be hard and this is going to be kind of a, rough go of it this afternoon, but I did try to take that moment to get myself in the right headspace. But this is one of the times where that didn't really matter. It still went bad. And so, we have those days where, we have the best intentions, and I certainly had the best of intentions to try to make things go smoothly for Sean, and failed miserably. So I don't know, maybe you can relate. We sat down to do the homework, and Sean had this mindset of, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to start, and therefore nothing else is going to get done. I'm not going to get to play. I'm not going to get to, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that because I don't know how to start this assignment. So for him, it was just this kind of all or nothing thinking. And he had a breakdown over it. So my husband and I have like a couple of different ways of approaching this. So I tend to be too easy and like immediately react to the emotions of it, and I put my arm around him and I'm like, I'm so sorry, it was a hard day and I know you're having to do this homework and I'm so sorry, I know it's hard. My husband, on the other hand, is the one that's like, okay, we're not coddling and doing all of that. This is the reality. Like, this is the homework. We got to do it, get it done, and then we can move on with life. And so together, we try to kind of figure out a way that we can help each other find the right middle ground for helping him. And we're still trying to do that. So how do you feel when you have a lot of homework to do?
Well, I feel annoyed, and I feel like I do, and probably everyone does, when McDonald's gets your order wrong. So,
for those people that don't know that experience, what's another way you'd describe it?
I feel so annoyed. I really don't like homework.
How do you think your autism affects you when you're doing homework?
It makes me complain and not even try to get it done. It just makes me complain about it. Meanwhile, I could be really getting it done, but I just won't focus on it, and focusing on how I have to be doing homework when I don't want to, and then just complaining the entire time and it never gets done.
It can be that way for a lot of kids, even adults sometimes can feel that way. But you know what?
Don't blame them.
Right, you can identify. Well, what helps you get homework done?
What helps me is when my parents offer rewards, and sometimes doing it with me and going through it step by step and asking me questions, and breaking it down for me.
So Sean, what doesn't help you with getting homework done?
Basically just raising voices and yelling at me and just giving me consequence after consequence after consequence after consequence.
So I'm hearing you say that it's working better for you to have motivators and rewards, something to work for rather than something taken away.
Yep.
What advice would you give to somebody else that is a kid with autism that has to do homework just like you do?
First of all, do your all your work in class and rush through it. I'm just kidding, don't rush through it. But get your work in class instead of just drifting off and thinking about your own world. That's what I have a problem with sometimes. Give it the work full attention in class. And sometimes you just get homework whether you do work in class or not. It's just homework. So in that case, if you're in ESD, do your homework at ESD. If you go to a daycare, do your work at the daycare. If you're on the bus, do your work on the bus. And if you're a car, well, sucks to be you. You gotta do it at home.
So basically, get it done in maybe think about some other times you could get it done so that you can optimize your playtime.
Yes.
Or free time after school. Okay.
Yep.
So routine is really helpful when it comes to what to expect. Even with the routine and knowing that we do homework at the same time every day, there's still pushback and there's still definitely a struggle. But I feel like it's a little bit less of a struggle because the expectation that's there and this is part of our routine, it helps, I think, to make it not quite as strong of a negative reaction as it could be. We have a set schedule. When they first come in from school, they put all their stuff down and we have kind of a rack that they can hang their backpacks up, hang jackets up, and so that there's always that same place where everything goes to try to cut down on the losing of things. So that's one thing I would recommend, is having a good drop spot. And then the routine. My kids definitely cannot just go straight into getting their work done. I know a lot of people like to let's just start with homework as soon as you get home and get it done and get it out of the way. I definitely see the benefit to that. My kids need their break, but also I feel like if I give them too long of a break, it's too hard to get them back into the mindset of getting schoolwork done. So I have about a 15-minute break where they put their stuff up, they get a snack, and can do whatever they want to for about 15 minutes. And then right at 4 o'clock, then they have to go ahead and stop what they're doing. We go through Sean's binder to look and see what he did at school that day and what homework he has. So this is his binder. This page right here is just, if there's anything in this pocket, we know that that's homework that he needs to turn in. And that's been really helpful because it's transparent, it's visual. As soon as he opens his binder, he can see it, and it helps him to not forget then to turn his work in. News and notes, anything like that comes in here. And then he's got his planner right here, which we flip open, and then I can see what he did at school for the day. And anything that is highlighted is homework. So like right here, I can immediately see that that's something that he needs to complete for homework that night and bring back for the next day. So this has been really helpful in keeping organized. And if your child has something like this that they use for school, great, utilize it. If not, I would definitely recommend getting something, whether it's just a notebook or a cheap calendar that you can just mark on it things that are changes in schedule and things like that, so that there's a visual to look at each day that can really help with reducing any anxiety or stress that can come from just changing the routine. So with the routine, that has really helped us to get more accomplished and be more productive with getting work done for school, and less fighting about it, because even on days that that there isn't any homework, we still take that time to stop, look through the binder, and if there isn't any homework, I'll still have them practice something that's short, maybe like read a book for 15 minutes, or maybe write something about their day, or do some quick flashcard practice for math. And that helps to just kind of keep that routine in place so that it's not like such a huge ordeal of, oh my gosh, I've got homework tonight. And it's a little bit easier transition to know that there's a little bit of something that we do every day at that time anyway, so it becomes more expected and more routine.